Welcome to our California apartment, you guys. Okay guys, so we are back in California. It is so nice today. It's like 80 degrees outside, but you guys probably can't tell because I'm really trying to make fall happen. And if you take a look around, some of you OG followers might recognize this place. It might look a little bit familiar to you guys because we are actually back in our old apartment. And funny story, this actually wasn't our first choice because we wanted something different. We had applied to a different apartment. We had applied a month and a half out and we were making no progress at all. And we were like 3 weeks out from our move out date. So we were panicking. They were basically just very unhelpful and did not make the process any smoother. So we were looking around. We thought maybe our old place would be open, and luckily it was. This unit opened up and we were able to move back, and I'm actually really happy because it feels like coming home again. We absolutely love this apartment, and to be honest, if we didn't move to Chicago, we would have still been here. So yes, we're in the same apartment, but this is going to be a whole new adventure, so I'm excited to show you guys around. Something we really love about this apartment is that it is townhouse style, so there are 2 levels and there are 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. It's just over 1,400 square feet, which is a lot of space for just me and Brian. But as you guys know, we work from home 24/7. So we need all that space to do all the projects, to edit, to plan everything. So we feel really lucky that we're back here. And to start, we just have our entrance right here. We have a little closet, which we actually don't use because we do not come through this door. You guys will see later. Dun da da da! So we have a lot of stuff in boxes still. This is actually our first apartment tour that we're doing that's not completely empty. I wanted to show you guys the space with all of our furniture. We just got it in a couple of weeks ago, so there are still boxes everywhere. I always get comments asking where all of our furniture goes, like if we sell it or if we keep it, and we have kept all of it. I'm beating the allegations. We have all of our furniture from our previous place here. For example, we have my IKEA little cabinet. It still is missing the shelves, but this is one of my favorite DIYs I've ever done. Off to this side is our guest bathroom, and we are currently using it as storage. So we have our rugs here. I have a bookcase in the corner over there, which obviously is not staying there next to the toilet, but I'm keeping it real because everything is gonna go into a new spot, and I think it's gonna make for an even better transformation. This bathroom is really convenient because then we don't have to go all the way upstairs to use the bathroom when we need to. I'm already thinking about all the things that I can do in here, and I'm thinking about wallpaper maybe on this back wall. So moving on to the main living area, this is just a big open space that has our kitchen, our living room, as well as our dining room. I really love this layout because as you guys can see, there is so much storage space. Like, I don't think we will run out of storage at all in here. And we also have a kitchen island, which has always been one of our dreams. The first time that we moved in here, we really felt like we made it because we had a kitchen island. So I'm really, really happy to have this set up again. Like I mentioned, we have the same layout, but we're in a different building, so there are different finishes in this building. So the cabinets are a lighter gray color, which I actually really, really like. We've done a little bit of grocery shopping, but pretty empty for the most part. And then the backsplash is a white with this weird design on it, which honestly is not my favorite, but I'm glad it is at least white because it really opens up the space. I think the most I'm gonna do here is honestly switch out these knobs because I really don't like them. And I definitely wanna cozy it up with lots of wood tones. I've added a couple of decor pieces here and there, but honestly, it still needs a little bit of work. This trash can has been through it, and it really does show how much we've moved because it's gone through a couple of things. Moving to this side of the room, we have the living room over here and the dining room over there. And we actually have our old dining table. It is not staying over here, but I have nowhere else to put it. So that is where it's staying for now. Design-wise, I really want everything to feel cohesive, especially since it's an open area. I kind of struggle with that. So everything kind of has to connect to each other. But I think the living room is gonna be one of the first spaces that I start on. I want to do either a wallpaper or a color that I've never painted it before. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. But I really want to get this space done because Christmas is coming up and I want to put our Christmas tree in this corner. I want to get all our decor up and I want this to feel as cozy as possible because if you guys know me, then you know that that is the goal with any of my makeovers. I just want a space to feel really inviting and really cozy. It's kind of crazy that we're talking about Christmas because Halloween hasn't even happened yet and I still have my little Halloween decor pieces up. One of my favorite pieces ever is this couch and we're so happy to have it back here because before we got any of our furniture in, we had an empty house. We didn't even have those bar stools and we were sitting on our suitcases working. So I'm really glad that everything is back in place. And something you guys probably know about us is that we like to work in the dining room. So we have tried making little offices and stuff happen before in the past, but usually we end up just sitting together at our dining table or at the bar, and that is how we like to work. Guys, I am wondering where the time has gone because it feels like yesterday I was working on spring DIYs and now we are fully into winter DIYs in this brand new apartment and there is still so much to do. Through the chaos of this move and starting over, I am reminding myself before the year ends to make time to take care of myself, and I hope you guys are all doing the same as well. One of the biggest steps that I'm taking to do that is with Function Health, who is so kindly sponsoring today's video. If you're not already familiar with Function Health, they are a proactive health membership that is designed to give you control over your health through regular diagnostic blood testing, personalized health insights, and telehealth support. So I've already done the questionnaire, which is basically a list of questions on where you're at with your health and what you're looking for in your results. And now that we're finally a little bit more settled, I'm booking my appointment to go to one of the local labs around here to get my blood testing done. I'm a little bit nervous, but I know that I'm in good hands and the results are going to be so worth it. So with this, you can test over 100 biomarkers, which includes heart and hormones, toxins, inflammation, and stress. And getting ahead of my health is really important to me, especially as I've gotten older. I've learned a couple things from past experiences. Like a couple of years ago, I was dealing with some hip pain and I was in my 20s. I was doing strenuous work. I was doing a lot of home renos at that point. And I thought it would get better on its own, not really paying any attention to it until it got to a point where it was just bothering me on a daily basis. So I finally started to do something about it. I was doing stretches at home. I was going to the chiro and also getting acupuncture. It was stressing me out so much, but through that process, I've learned that I just really need to be more proactive with my health, especially if I want to be the best version of myself. I am not going to wait until something goes wrong. So I really love that with this, you can really see where you're at internally. Like I'm really interested to see where I'm at, especially with stress, because over the past couple of years, I've been trying to manage that better. So physically, I'm feeling so much better. And what I really like about Function Health is that you are going to get unbiased health data so that you can really own your own health. So they're not going to push supplements to you. They are there to give you the tools. And from there, it's really up to you on what you want to do with that information, which I think is really powerful in understanding your health and deciding on what you want to do with that. And if you want to check out Function Health, you can actually click on my link down below, which is going to get you $100 off of your membership. So that is only available to the first 1,000 people that click it. So make sure that you guys check it out. Now is definitely the best time to do it before the holidays and the new year comes up. So if you guys are interested, I will have all the info down below for you. So some of this stuff is going to be moved around, but for the most part, we just want it to be functional for how we like to live. So sometimes we'll be working over here or eating over there, or sometimes we'll be working over here or eating over here. So we like that we have two different spaces. Even though this apartment is bigger than our last place, we're having a hard time trying to fit all of our furniture pieces. Like I have no idea where to put these units. So obviously it doesn't really fit here. So we have to find a new home for them. But I'm hoping that these will fit in the office upstairs. Same thing goes with my IKEA hack over there. I made a tea cabinet, but now that we have a huge kitchen, I don't really need a tea cabinet anymore. So I'm trying to figure out if we can turn it into like a bar of some sort, or maybe I could fit it into the office or even our bedroom, because we are kind of running out of space to put stuff here. I need your guys' ideas ASAP. Over the years, I've really enjoyed decorating with things that we like, that show off our personality. So here is my shelf filled with books, filled with music stuff. And then this is actually one of the first DIYs I did in this apartment, which is a self-watering pot. And if you look inside, all the water's gone. Of course, we need our little lucky cat. My mom bought this for us and I like to put it out front and center. washer. Walking past the sideboard, we have a couple of DIYs like this faux panel that I made, as well as one of my favorite recent DIYs, which is this stained glass candle shade. All right, time to go upstairs where we have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Okay, so at the top of the stairs, this is actually where we come in every single day. And if you guys have seen this tour before, then you know that this apartment comes with an attached garage, which honestly is the reason why we love this place so much. So this is actually our entryway. This is where we like to kick off our shoes before we enter the house. And we are trying to make this function as best as possible. But for now, we're still going through boxes and stuff, but this actually also has one of the first DIYs in this apartment, which is this shoe rack, which I absolutely love. This is where Brian keeps his gym bag. This is where we keep all of our shoes. And this project actually did really good on Instagram and TikTok. So if you guys are not following me over there, make sure you do so. All of this stuff has to be sorted through, so please ignore it. But we are going into the office / DIY studio, which you guys see me at the majority of the time. It feels so good to have my own space to do all my creative projects. And as a creative, you guys can see all of my stuff with all my projects is everywhere. This room has no overhead lighting, so I actually bought a light for in here, which has made filming in here a lot better. It's been a long 2 weeks and I finally have all of my DIY supplies back, so I'm really excited to start creating in here. This is where you guys always see me at my little desk, and here's a little sneak peek at one of my upcoming projects. And for this room, I actually want to upgrade it a little bit. I feel like this whole setup could be a little bit better, so stay tuned for the makeover here. Last week I actually went through my whole cabinet and reorganized everything, and then I put up little paper labels with handwriting on it, which a lot of you guys suggested to me, so I finally did it. And I think you guys were right because it looks a lot better than what I had previously, but I love this thing so much. It has all of my other tools in here. I feel like that old man in Toy Story fixing up Woody when he's like going through his drawers and like doing all the detail work. Like that's what I feel like when I'm in this creative space, and I love this piece so much. It has gone through a couple of moves now, but it is back and it's better than ever. We do also have a nice storage space here. I'm still going through everything, but don't worry, this is gonna be filled up and all organized to perfection. Going down this main hallway, we have our bathroom and then our bedroom. So I'll take you guys into the bathroom first. And one thing that I really like about these bathrooms is the fact that they have these medicine cabinets, which I know some people think are out of style, but I think they work perfectly, especially when they like look this good. Also, look at this fancy soap that my friend got me. It smells so good and I have to put it on display soon. So this basically is my bathroom as well as the guest bathroom. So I get ready in here every single day, and I think that I want to make this basically my own little Sephora. So I've learned that if I don't put stuff out on display, I do not use it. So that's what I'm trying to do with this shelf here. I have like perfumes out. I've had some of these for years and still have not finished them because, again, like I said, I don't see them, so I don't use them. So I'm trying to be better about that. But this is my own girly little corner. We also have a bathtub in here, which is honestly the best, especially for cozy season. Just running a bath and reading by candlelight, it's like the best feeling ever. So I am so happy to have a big enough tub to do that. And inside right now, it is storage because I wanted it to look nice for you guys. So don't look at that. We have our typical washer and dryer unit, which is very convenient. And something about our last place is that our dryer was really bad. Like sometimes it would take 4 to 5 hours to do one load for it to dry. And after having this again and having everything dry within like an hour has been so amazing. So I am forever grateful. Never take the little things for granted. So this is our bedroom suite. It has a closet as well as a bathroom, which we feel so spoiled to have. We finally have a walk-in closet again, which is such a blessing. I still have to go through all these bags. Well, let me get out of here. So, you gonna back up, brother? Something about being on social media for so many years is just seeing the unrealistic expectations that people have for their own homes, especially when they don't look like the ones that you see on Instagram and Pinterest and stuff. So I'm showing you guys what our house looks like because it's not always gonna be perfect. This is what our bathroom looks like for the most part. We have all of our daily necessities. We have a walk-in shower, which is really nice. Our last place had a bench in the shower, so you could like sit or like shave your legs on it and stuff, but this time we don't have that, so it's all like this dead space that I have to clean anyways. And you know how a man probably designed this bathroom? Why is there a towel rack literally 2 inches away from the door? Like, we put our towel here and then we can't even close the door because this is always getting stuck over here. So I did add a hook right over here, which is a suction cup one. These are so handy, but yeah, it's like little things like that I get annoyed at, but we're gonna work with it as best as we can. But at the end of the day, it's just a bathroom where we do our 1s and 2s. Now walking into the main part of the bedroom, we have our bed, our 2 nightstands, and this area is a little bit on the smaller side, but it fits enough stuff. And I think something that I'm doing differently is actually pushing everything towards that side, because now we have this whole area that I can like put a shelf or add some sort of storage over here. So I'm gonna try to experiment with that. We have these huge windows, which honestly is not the best for sound because we can hear the cars going by all the time. But at least we have a functioning window this time that I can actually open. So whatever we do in this room, if we paint, we have some ventilation, which by the way, for this back wall, I'm either thinking about doing like a yellow paint, which is something that I've never done before, or doing some type of mural wallpaper moment. I feel like that will look really nicely, especially with the headboard. I have a lot of plans for each of these faces, and what's really nice is that we're very familiar with it. So I feel a lot more confident in the decisions that I'm gonna make for each of these faces to really make it feel like ours. Like right now, all of our stuff is here, but it still doesn't feel like home just yet. So I'm excited to take you guys along this brand new journey. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Tons of makeovers are coming up super soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!